am pleased to introduce Joanne Barrios of Barrios Insurance Services. She's a San Francisco native raised in Oakland. She attended Skyline High School to be followed with a graduation from University of California at Berkeley. Joanne lives with her children in Pleasant Hill, and she started working back in the insurance industry in 1998. She started her own agency in 2002 as a farmer's agent. And in October 2019, she gave farmers a 6-month notice to launch her new independent agency beginning in April of 2020. When Joanne is not working, she enjoys spending time with her family and friends. Her interests include DIY projects, spending time at the family lake house, going hiking, reading, and traveling, and my very favorite, hunting for succulents for me in Rebecca's vault. Ladies and gentlemen, Joanne Barrios of Barrios Insurance Services.
Hello, everyone. Well, thank you for having me today. Here is my family. So Rebecca's my 15-year-old and a freshman at Carondelet. Rebecca's my 12-year-old 6th grader at St. Francis. And we have 2 kitties, Azalea and Buttercup.
Vanessa's your 12-year-old. Rebecca, you said
Oh, did I
Rebecca.
get them backwards? Oh my goodness, I do that all the time. They're used to it. Prior to COVID, my girls and I traveled all the time. As soon as they could handle more than 3 hours in the car, we started a tradition of visiting national parks every summer. We've been to Yellowstone, Zion, Bryce, the Grand Canyon, and this summer we're going to keep it close to home and we're finally going to make it to Yosemite. Well, now let's play some business insurance, true or false. Fun times. True or false? My business is too small to need insurance.
False.
False. Assuming you don't need insurance is a mistake. It isn't about your revenue, the number of employees, or the square footage of your storefront. Your insurance policies need to be based on your exposure to risk. Risk comes in many forms. It can look like a fire that destroys your inventory, theft of a company car, or a customer suing you over their experience with your product, service, or advice. No one ever thinks it'll happen to them, but if something were to happen, having the right insurance policy will make sure it doesn't bankrupt you. True or false? My home insurance is enough to protect my home-based business.
False.
False. Insurance companies usually consider your home and your business as 2 separate entities, because they are. Although both home and business insurance can cover the same types of risk, liability, theft, damage, etc., the premiums are calculated very differently. Businesses are open to a lot more risk than your private home. Whether you provide a service or a tangible product, it's important to properly insure your home-based business with business insurance coverage. Please ask your home insurance agent whether an endorsement or rider on your home policy will give you the coverage you need based on your risk. True or false? The use of my car for business purposes is covered under my existing personal auto insurance.
False.
False. That's right. There are a few exceptions in gray areas, but for the most part, your personal auto policy is not a replacement for proper commercial auto insurance. Your personal auto policy will cover claims that occur during your commute, lunch break, but for accidents that happen in the course of running your business, like making deliveries, driving to a job site, etc., you will need a commercial auto insurance policy. Again, check with your current personal auto policy agent to see what kind of business use is covered. I can tell you now, AAA doesn't cover it at all. True or false? I don't need property insurance since I don't have a brick and mortar location. That one is false. In the insurance world, property is not just real estate. Rather, it refers to any tangible product that you own and any other physical object that you use to run your business. Aside from offices, warehouses, and land, property coverage also includes equipment, supplies, raw materials, inventory, and any other physical object that you use to run your business. Protecting your business property isn't based on what it costs you to obtain it, but rather what it will cost you to replace it. True or false? I'm a small business. I don't have to worry about cyber attacks.
False. False.
False. Very false. You may be surprised to know that small businesses are actually the preferred target for hackers. Why? A small business might not have the revenue of a Fortune 500 company, but cyber criminals have learned that smaller businesses have implemented little to no security measures. Such weak security means that your data, and more specifically your customers' data, is low-hanging fruit. Cyber risk insurance protects both you and your customers from a data breach, and it is well worth the monthly premiums. It proves itself priceless in protecting your business's integrity and reputation should you have a claim. True or false? General liability insurance covers all my business insurance needs.
False.
False. Most people see the word general and assume they're getting comprehensive protection against anything and everything that could befall their business. The general liability insurance only covers some of the risks that threaten your business. Think of general liability as a basic level of coverage for the risks that you might pose to a third party, like slip and fall or property damage. The general in this case refers to your liability, not to all possible risks. There's no such thing as one policy that protects against everything. True or false? Malpractice insurance is only for doctors.
False.
False. Malpractice insurance, also known as professional liability insurance and errors and omissions insurance. And the premise of this coverage is to cover legal fees if you are sued based on negligence or harmful advice. Let's say you forget to install spyware while refurbishing someone's laptop and they get hacked. You miscalculate a decimal point while doing a client's taxes and they get audited. No one likes to think about their beloved clients filing a lawsuit against them, but situations like these happen far too often. Even if you do everything right, that's no guarantee that you won't be sued. Frivolous lawsuits are filed all the time, and lawsuits are expensive, even if you win. True or false? Working with Joanne Barrios Insurance Services to protect your business is better than trying to do it yourself.
1,000%.
True. Working with Joanne Barrios Insurance Services is better than trying to do it yourself. Your business is the reason that you and your family have a roof over your head and food on the table. Your business works hard to support you and it deserves to be protected. And the best way to protect it is by speaking with an independent insurance agent like me. So why work with me? I have over 20 years of experience in the insurance industry. I provide one-to-one attention for each of my clients, quick response to all your questions, and a sincere desire to treat each client as my #1 priority. I can understand the idea of business insurance can be overwhelming. Allow me to ease your burden so you and your referrals can have the peace of mind to run your business with ease. Thank you, CCBuRN, for all the encouragement and support you've shown me over the last year, especially. My business is a true testimonial to how powerful this group really is. And here's just a quick list of everyone who has helped and support me throughout this last year. Thank you.